So his statement was that Mr. Knighton had summoned Bigfoot to come and kill him, and that's why he had to kill Mr. Knighton. And the sheriff adds that Mr. Sanders, quote, appeared to be under the influence of something, which, may or may not lead to the belief that his noodling partner, had summoned Bigfoot in some way.
History is riddled with unexplained events. You can turn back now or learn the stuff they don't want you to know.
What's on my mind, guys, is whether or not I or anyone else can, quote, summon Bigfoot. That is what's on my mind. Because I've got a story for you guys coming out of Oklahoma. Title is, Oklahoma Man Murdered Noodling Partner Who Summoned Bigfoot to Come and Kill Him, according to the sheriff.
You buried the lead there. Noodling. I think I know what this is, but some people may not. This is catching catfish with your fingies, right? Shooting your hand down in there and pulling up a big slimy catfish.
The old Appalachian martial art.
That is correct.
You can lose some fingers on that one if you've tried it before. Actually, I've hung with some noodlers back in the day, and our good friend Lyle, who works with us, I think has also done that. That or frog gigging. But be warned,
Lyle
folks.
Noodles? I had no idea. God.
Or he gigs. The man gigs. But the
guy contains multitudes, let me tell you.
Yeah, he's an interesting cat. The weird thing about it, though, is it's already a very dangerous thing. Catfish don't play, and if you get a big one, it can take your a finger with it.
And yes, guys, in this case, unfortunately, more than fingers were lost in this incident. Reading this story, by the way, comes to us from Law and Crime. That's lawandcrime.com. The story is reported in, KTEN, NBC, an ABC affiliate, a CBS affiliate, Fox affiliate, all there in the Oklahoma area. Reading this one because the Law and Crime article had the most information. This is a 53-year-old man who is currently in jail. He was noodling, as you guys were talking about and describing, He was submerged in water with another man. They were both fishing for a catfish with their bare hands. And I'll just tell you their names. The man who is currently in custody is named Larry Sanders, not from the famous television show with the same name. The other person, the victim here, his name is Jimmy Knighton, Knighten.
It's a cool name.
And there was a release, There was a press release put out via Facebook by the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, wherein they detailed exactly what we mentioned in the title here, that the excuse, the defense perhaps, that is being used by Larry Sanders is that the reason why he killed this person, Mr. Knighton, is because Mr. Knighton was attempting to or had summoned Bigfoot.
Wow.
Bigfoot was going to come and injure Larry
Sanders.
The
call? Did he do the Bigfoot call? Thing? That sounds like a very lame seal of assassination. But that's what you do. You make a specific vocalization and clap.
I gotta say too, Matt. I pictured it being the other way around, that it was like he sacrificed him in order to summon Bigfoot. But he, in fact, was afeared for his life because his noodling mate had issued the call or done something. I want to know what tipped him off. Why did he think his friend had done this thing?
Is there like a Bigfoot bat signal? Is that what it is? Did he see a shadow across the sky? I love it.
I've got the same questions. I opened the segment with, I want to find out if I can summon Bigfoot, right? I'm going to read you a statement that we're getting from Sheriff John Christian. This is a quote from Law and Crime. Quote, so his statement was that Mr. Knighton had summoned Bigfoot to come and kill him, and that's why he had to kill Mr. Knighton. And the sheriff adds that Mr. Sanders, quote, appeared to be under the influence of something. Which, may or may not lead to the belief that his noodling partner had summoned Bigfoot in some way.
Is this some psychedelic noodling, perhaps?
Maybe a little bit of amphetamine, just to, help you really focus.
That feels more along the lines of reality to me, Ben, but we can't confirm that. Mr. Knighton's body was found by sheriff's deputies, And Sanders apparently confessed. He also apparently told some family members what he had done prior to being arrested.
What was the means of the coup de grace, if I may ask?
I do not know. It appears to be, I think the way it was described in this other article is that there was a struggle
like Lord
between
of the
two
Rings,
Got it.
So like an all
Lord of the
physical
Rings, Gollum
altercation
style when they find the ring.
That's what I'm picturing
That's
too,
what I'm
Ben.
thinking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one of them had the Bigfoot ring. I don't know. I just know that they fought. They for some reason got into a fight in the water probably, and one of them was killed.
Ben, do you remember when we interviewed the gentleman who has the Expedition Bigfoot Museum out in Blue Ridge?
Yeah.
And it was between him and another guy. I might be mixing my stories. But the idea of Bigfoot being a supernatural creature that can like teleport and has all kinds of like abilities. There was a story somebody told us about him running underneath a truck on all fours and like blipping in and out of existence. And now this to me is interesting because I'm picturing it lining up with this idea of Bigfoot being a summonable entity rather than just a forgotten species of, Neanderthal.
Well, there are ways to summon all sorts of wild animals, right? And a higher order animal like a primate creature, it can be summoned, right? It can be enticed toward an area. I don't know if it's ethical to do that. All you have to do is use the beast lore pot that you have to get a cracked pot to craft it. I'm kidding. This is not an Elden Ring. This is real life. Someone
is this an Elden Ring shit you're talking about?
Actually has died. The person you're talking about is David Becerra, and he's the one who told us that in many stories. He's a fantastic guy. He's a true believer too, but he doesn't have a problem fielding some of the difficult questions we posed. He wouldn't kill us, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
He wouldn't kill us if we went fishing with him.
I don't think so. He might teach us how to summon a Bigfoot.
I'm certain of that.
I don't know. For some reason, when I hear the word summon, I picture like, incantations rather than just like a whistle or your mom calling you home for dinner,
I do too. I imagine the ritual we perform every time we're in the studio shooting with Ben, right? It's
no, keep
sorry. It's an inside joke for anybody who watched that one video. There were about 20,000.
Let me out. Let me out.
I was there.
I do want to report back, guys. According to the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, Sanders reported to them, like confessed to them, that he striking, and then he strangled Mr. Knighton.
So it's very Gollum-like. That's like exactly the same way that Gollum went, or the Gollum did in his buddy.
I have the same images conjured in my head when I hear the word summon, and I started searching around just trying to find something. Is there a Sasquatch ritual? Is there a Bigfoot, summoning thing, like a potion you can create, that kind of thing? The closest thing I found, you guys, comes from a person named Sybil Kempson, Kempson. She's created some kind of performance titled Sasquatch Rituals. It's produced by Sarah Hughes. You can find it on Sarah Cameron Hughes, HUGHES.com. It's fascinating stuff. I'm going to read a tiny bit from the website here. Sasquatch Rituals is a cycle of performance ritual installations initiated by Sybil Kempson that tracks and responds to her spiral-shaped experiences as an investigator for the Bigfoot Field Research Organization. It begins with the patterns of language Americans use on the internet to describe something they can't explain. And it says the piece contains field observations from a bunch of others, and hundreds of witnesses who shall remain anonymous, and research personalities who will become increasingly infamous, I guess is what it says. So really cool, because that is a real organization, the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization. You can find them at bfra.net. You can check that out. It's people who are really attempting to find Bigfoot, out there trying to summon Bigfoot when they're researching, generally out in the woods somewhere. And there are all kinds of ways to summon Bigfoot or to increase your chances of seeing Bigfoot, at least according to a website called bigfootsightings.org, which you can check out. This is the standard kind of stuff that we've heard before. You know, the wood knocks, certain vocalizations that you can make. It's even said on this page, yes, exactly. It's said on this page that you can, if you play music and you create an inviting, like, positive, I don't know, vibe at your campsite, wherever you are, you increase the chances that Bigfoot will make some kind of appearance, whether audible
or if
visual.
you just play the movie vibes, they love it. They've got great taste in film. And if you want to encounter a Sasquatch, take it from us. Just play the soundtrack of vibes, just the cool clips, you know, and let us know your results. What method did the local law use to summon Bigfoot for an interview, Matt? You're saying they didn't interview the Sasquatch?
We don't have a statement from the Sasquatch at this moment.
That's just not due diligence, I think. Well, I'm just playing around, but I would love the idea of Sasquatch being discovered via a police statement or a sheriff's statement.
It'd be kind of
it just comes out of the woods. It gives a statement.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, the most surefire way to summon a Pacific Northwest Sasquatch is just to roll up and light up a little something, and that smell will waft into the pines, and will carry the Bigfoot like in the cartoons where the smell of the pie on the windowsill kind of carries Pepe Le Pew, you know, by his nostrils. That's how you get a Sasquatch to come hang out with you. You got to smoke him out.
Oh man,
but not in like a mean
or in a Pepe Le Pew way, hopefully.
Oh, dude.
What a creep.
Yeah, exactly. According to liveoutdoors.com, guys, Humboldt County is one of the best places to search for a Bigfoot.